Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
It is still Friday, August 4th, 1944.
And it's like,
we woke up.
He grew glasses.
it's like we're
It's about 3:30 in the morning now. After you guys began to investigate the murder of Raphael Beaumont, a politically insignificant toreador that the prince charged you with investigating, basically because you guys were expendable, and he volunteered himself to help. You guys found footprints in blue paint. You guys found a very nice, what appears to be a guest book. Dated, I believe it was dated July 15th. I have to... You have to go over my notes in detail, but I believe the guest book was dated July 15th. You guys found a note with an address in his jacket pocket along with his car keys, and you guys were on your way to investigate the house.
Did we pull up a fingerprint too?
Huh?
Didn't we grab a fingerprint too?
Just one, but I'm not quite sure how much that matters in this year.
You do have a fingerprint. You have a fingerprint, and you have the information that Byrick Ash gave you. So right now, Carlo Martino, Byrick Ash, and Murphy Fierro are at the house. Byrick Ash just shot out one of the windows.
Yep.
The other three of you are, well, you're on your way. After just having recently sidestepped a traffic violation.
I literally told a cop to fuck himself.
So we'll start with Murphy Fierro and friends. You guys are at the house. You just... The crash of your shot is still echoing throughout the Malibu hills.
I don't know these guys.
I know that there's not many people around, but this could draw attention to our whereabouts.
Are we not short on time?
I guess so. Let us get this show in the dough.
So what do you do?
Are we gonna wait for our buddies or just crash the party?
I was waiting for someone to answer the door.
But you shut the window, it doesn't open the door.
Knock.
After you shot the house, you don't see any lights flip on. You don't see any kind of movement inside.
Seems to be abandoned.
Let's go check it out.
Well, let me check see if the gun's working. My gun's working.
is this thing on?
I will go jangle the door, see if it's open.
It is locked.
Well, shall we hop in through the window that you just shut out?
Or you can just kick down the door.
Is that a cop?
Seems wasteful, but okay.
It seems like a pretty cop thing to do.
You think he's a professional?
Fine. All right.
Knock knock, it's Popo.
B, would you like to make an entrance?
Be my guest.
My foot isn't as big as yours.
But it would be such a waste.
Fuck it. He thinks his foot isn't quite up to par with yours. He's not properly equipped.
I feel like you.
Are you saying that
You are
you're
better.
worse than me?
No, sir. Out of anyone, I feel like you might be a little better than me.
At this point, you hear the crunch of gravel beneath the tires as Mark Zantz begins to roll up with his crew, and they appear to be laughing.
Well,
I'm just bewildered.
Scarred.
So I got a joke for you guys. So what did the vampire tell to the cop? Masturbate.
Oh boy.
I don't get it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, so you saw the cop pull us over, right?
Yeah, but I don't have a radio, so I didn't have a chance to help you out.
Oh no, somebody took care of it.
I was more than capable of dealing with the situation.
I trust.
You'll hear some stories next time you're at the precinct.
The more I sit in this body, the more
Is
I feel the
circumcision
power.
common in this country?
Is circumcision.
So how many more hours do you want for?
6 if it's 3 in the morning.
3:30.
3:30, then
You-
5.5.
You took the suit from the apartment, right?
Yes.
Are you wearing it already?
Yes.
You want me to buy you a new one?
It looked nice, didn't it?
That's a bit of a knockoff.
It'll do for now.
In any case,
Just
as
let me
I
know if you
turn
ever want
around, I'm just gonna pull out my revolver and blow the lock off.
Sure. You have maimed the metal lock door.
You are
Can I
absolutely
look around to
so.
see
Can I,
if
like-
anybody has noticed a gunshot? Like if any of the neighboring houses flicked a light on afterwards or anything like that?
Is there neighboring houses?
They're pretty sparse, but yes, there does appear to be lights on in the upper reaches of some of the other houses.
Can I give it a good kick?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. The door flies off the handles, lands in the middle of what appears to be a very large and immaculately clean, ornate, elaborate foyer.
Gentlemen!
And you thought couldn't do it.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Question.
Gee, it's not the size
Does
that
breaking
matters.
into this house go against your Kiasid manners?
Well, no one's here. After I so politely wait for them to answer the door.
Okay, that's good enough logic for me. I'll take it.
Can I try to recognize if this address has any significance to people I know in the Camarilla?
To people you know in the Camarilla.
Or in the
Google search.
Yeah, I know it's a
How would you find that out? You've certainly never been here.
We're in the Malibu Hills, right?
Yeah.
So, like, maybe any political talk that I've overheard about people meeting there or anything along those lines.
Yeah, people get sent here to be.
Roll, let's see, intelligence politics.
I believe. You.
Since you're asking for something you might have heard offhand, I'm going to say difficulty 8, you need 3 successes to get a solid answer.
Nope. No successes.
Could be.
Is anybody gonna walk in?
Oh,
Yeah.
Do we have to be invited in? Are we?
sure.
Wrong mythos.
I walk in.
We don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you enter the foyer. It appears to be a very nice house. It doesn't look abandoned. Nothing's in disrepair. There's not a speck of dust on anything. It looks very well cleaned. But there's no actual signs of being lived in, so to speak. Like there's no coats on the coat rack. There's no maybe like plates of food or any personal curios. There's no pictures of people. The walls are adorned with
Cats.
Oil paintings.
oil paintings. There's several statues all about the foyer, and they seem to like flank the hall, leading into the very grandiose living room. Everything's very nice here, but again, there's no signs of it actually being lived in.
What's the statues of?
Humanoid figures, busts.
Very
Does this look like the House
No.
of the Toreador with all the art?
It's definitely ostentatious enough.
Can I ascertain as to what kind of vampires living here?
Probably. How would you go about that?
I was on the
Well-
Sabbat.
Huh?
I was on the Sabbat.
Um,
My bloodline stems from another clan.
You're asking if it looks like a Lasombra's place?
Yes.
There's nothing outwardly that would make you think Lasombra.
Well, you said no photos. There's oil paintings and statues.
Let me put it to you this way. There are mirrors.
There are mirrors. Okay.
I'm walking in after the muscle has walked in.
Alright.
Any art pieces you recognize? As they say, looking at the ostentatious pieces of art.
Nothing you recognize. They all do appear to be original creations. Nothing particularly of any note, but they are of much higher quality than in Raphael's apartments.
Are they signed?
Are they
With
signed?
The,
Yeah, they have a little
artist
artist signature in the corner. There's a whole bunch of different ones.
do any of them have the same artist signature of the ones that were in Raphael's apartment?
No, because the ones in Raphael's apartment all have the same signature. Raphael?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Raphael's work anywhere here on the wall?
No, he is not even. He is nowhere in this league.
Yeah, well,
They could have gone high and made something incredible.
that's what I'm saying. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut and window at least once.
Anarch. Is that an Anarch saying? I'm going to pull my revolver out and I'm going to try, just to make sure this is a vampire's place that they live in, and not just somebody else's. I'm going to look for a kitchen, and if it's empty, I'm going to...
Okay,
Sort of give myself
sure.
peace of
So
mind.
you sort of, as you sort of like travel down the hallway into living room, there's two double doors. If you veer to the left, yes, indeed, there is a kitchen.
Okay. Is there any food inside of it? As I like look through cupboards, maybe the fridge if there is one.
Icebox.
Icebox.
Ice chest.
There's a jar of milk
Milk.
that someone has it's been curdling for 3 years.
Yeah.
It can sell that for
What a
5
waste
cents.
of money.
You do find blood packs in the icebox. There does appear to be food in the cupboards, but not a lot.
I'm going to sort of sniff the blood bag, see if there's anything edible. Do I roll 2?
Yeah.
Or a little bigger.
80, 89.
Nothing.
Okay.
It's a bunch of trash blood.
Garbage.
I can use some trash blood.
I will walk in and how big is the foyer?
How big is the foyer?
Where's the vestibule?
No, it's not that big.
Is it an atrium?
Bigger than that.
Is it an antechamber?
Let's say it's about 20 by 40. It's quite large. There's just crystal chandeliers bedecking the
Yeah, I was
ceiling.
gonna say this is a multi-story house.
Yes. And there's about 3 stories.
As I walk in, I will replace the bullet I fired into the door.
You know, that's not how bullets work.
No, he's
got a revolver.
Oh, okay. I was like, get back in there.
I'll
No,
walk in,
he has a
uh,
Nerf gun. Little
He just keeps getting demoted, so he gets worse weapons.
You said the kitchen was off.
At some
to the
point,
left
he's
and
gonna be
there was
demoted to
another
like
one the right.
rubber bands.
I'll go
Safety
look
scissors.
and see the kitchen, see he's in there, and then I'll go to the room to the right.
Okay. It leads into a hallway that seems to be flanked by more doors that sort of lead off the main thoroughfare. The main thoroughfare seems to skirt around the edge of the house. It goes to a very large hallway, very large arched windows off of one side overlook the grounds. Off to the other seems to be doors that lead into the larger living room.
Is there a basement?
Yes.
We know where to look.
Access through the kitchen. to the
Jinkies,
basement?
gents.
Sure.
So I'm sort of heading back to the foyer.
We're playing vampire. We go to the
walking
basement.
to
We're
the
playing mage. We go to the top.
I'm gonna start going.
I
Start
will,
making my way to the basement.
Okay.
I'll follow the big man.
Oh, the cop.
We'll grab the blood pack and start eating them.
Now, who's got dark vision?
Oh shit!
How many blood
I'm an
packs
elf.
were there?
Who's got dark vision, right?
A lot. I'm going to say 10.
I will grab 10 and just start going. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Uh,
5, 6,
the-
7.
You're 7
We don't
points.
naturally see well in the dark because of vampires.
No.
The
That'd be
basement
stupid, come
access
on.
door through the kitchen.
It wouldn't be stupid.
Just gonna kinda
I don't
walk
think
around.
It
like
is
a
locked with
priest
a very pretty heavy duty padlock.
so. You think nocturnal creatures would
Can I
adapt?
find a straw?
A straw.
Yeah.
You're a fucking vampire.
I want
He
a
likes
Capri
Capri
Sun.
Suns.
I want a Capri Sun, the blood packs, instead of walking around looking
That only
at
works
shit.
with rats.
Do they have mass plastic production by that time?
Most of it's probably going to the war
I
effort.
think it was like the
Yeah.
50s, yeah.
There's probably no straws.
No, there's no straws.
Okay.
Because you're a vampire.
I'll just kind of
Then how does he enjoy a nice malt?
How would I?
egg shake spoons.
We got strong.
How would I? Whatchamacallit?
There's still 3.
What are the
of blood
chances
packs
of
left.
detective having a flashlight?
Pretty high.
Pretty high, especially because you can't see in the dark. What kind of idiot wouldn't come with that?
76.
You don't have a flashlight.
You're a dumbass.
By the way, I rolled a 70.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, I'll follow him into the basement.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Suck in a blood
Locked.
pack.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was telling him it was locked.
Okay.
So, in other words, you haven't entered the basement yet?
If I
Well,
The basement, the entrance to the basement is in the kitchen.
One of them, yes.
Okay, and then I probably would have just came with him when I saw them coming that way, or towards the kitchen.
are there any light switches nearby
Sure,
that work?
yes. Lights flick on.
There are UV lights. You kill us all.
I'm gonna use my aura absorption on the lock.
Okay. So, if I remember correctly about aura absorption, you can kind of just reach back however far you want, and that sets the difficulty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Difficulty 9.
Holy shit! You can look back fucking centuries. When was this house built? It's Malibu.
Well, okay, again, I'll be 8. Let's say 8, because I can be reasoned with.
Alright. That gives me 3 successes.
3 successes at a diff 8 tells you the most recent feedback you've gotten from this lock was a month ago.
Damn.
And they seem, you get some other flashes. Multiple people have handled this lock, but they seem to be about that far apart each time.
I was just looking for like where they would have stashed the key.
Okay, with your aura absorption, you can see that there appears to be... You see people handling the lock that appear to be dressed basically as waiters. Not necessarily a suit jacket, but like a very nice white shirt, bow tie, slacks. They'll take the key out, do the thing, and then they'll go down. And you can see that the image sort of behind them, there's a very large gathering of people when this lock is handled.
And it's they do this once a month.
About...
Orgy.
Do I have?
Do you have larceny?
I do not have larceny. I should have. Actually, that's what I was going to use my experience on earlier. But I'll have to wait another one.
How big is the store?
See anything significant?
They handle the lock once a month.
Do you think they're still in there?
I'm gonna start looking through kitchen drawers, see if there's any keys.
Also, with your 3 successes, you get from the aura of those that handle it are also very vivid auras. So at no point has an actual vampire handled this lock. It's all been humans. You find no keys anywhere in the kitchen.
We can try another room.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Or we can try to...
Break this
Across
door
the hallway.
too.
That's fine, you can break them. I'm gonna go check upstairs.
If you already have some bullets for this gun,
Sucking my Capri
Did I
Sun.
not give it to you loaded?
I don't know.
That'd be very
I don't think they would have kept it loaded in the evidence locker.
That's true. How many bullets do I have?
I'm assuming you've got
I
like...
assume I kept it loaded with at least 6 and then a few extra.
Do you use a speed loader?
You have 5 speed loaders worth of ammo.
Holy shit!
That's
Okay.
actually kind of
I will
nice.
give you 2
If you
speed
have-
loaders.
Nice.
If you're using a
What's
revolver,
wrong, gun?
if you want need a speed loader, you probably shouldn't be using a revolver.
Well, if you have celerity.
I mean, he's probably got like a shitty little snub nose.
You got a hooker pistol.
For when they try and touch me inappropriately.
When they want the money back. Because I'm just
So, 5 and a speed.
Do you load your weapon?
Yes. I have the.
As you load the weapon, you see a vision in your mind's eye of the agonized face you saw earlier. You see a very frightened expression on her face as she sort of cowers in the corner of what appears to be a decently appointed living room, and the gun being pointed at her from your vantage.
Like, if you ever want to trade guns, this one's kind of creepy, man.
I don't know if you want to look at mine.
You just
Murphy, you haven't felt anything from this gun, like
Oh, I
whatsoever.
feel that kind of shit too?
No.
No, I mean like that's all vampires can like touch a weapon and get some.
No, that's what I'm saying. You haven't felt shit.
Oh, okay.
Like you picked it up, you had it in your pocket, you smuggled it out of the station. Nothing this whole time.
You all right, bro? You look like you seen a ghost.
I probably have. I'm crazy, man. You need to stop drinking that gator, dude.